On July 26, 2021, Ricky was introduced to the project. Ricky introduces himself as a listing agent who connects many crypto projects to many exchanges. At first, the project told Ricky they wanted to list project token on Bittrex exchange. Ricky emphasized that he had helped list for 100 projects on Bittrex, so it would not be a big deal, explaining that the listing cost is $175,000. Then the project asked if they could list their project token on Huobi and KuCoin exchanges. Ricky replied that the project could list their token on KuCoin, but Huobi must obtain approval with the following fee: KuCoin $250,000, Huobi $450,000. The project asked again if they could list their project token for 100% on KuCoin with the help of Ricky. Ricky said it is 100% possible to be listed on KuCoin and answered that several projects working with him worked well and would be listed soon. Ricky said Bittrex could also be listed 100%. Ricky emphasized depositing the money first for listing. Ricky continued to re-emphasize that money should be deposited first for listing by saying it is possible to be listed on KuCoin within August. Ricky advised Huobi listing right after Bittrex and KuCoin and emphasized depositing additional money first for Huobi listing. Ricky buttered the project up that Huobi would love the project. Ricky soothed the project by saying that he would refund if the project fails to be listed. Ricky said it is difficult to be listed on KuCoin under a general procedure. Ricky urged that since KuCoin is a Chinese exchange, the listing must be carried out by KuCoin officials. Ricky said that payment fee is required first to know the result quickly. Ricky said he would introduce the project directly to the CEO of KuCoin if the project pays the fee, assuring that he would refund if the project token would not be listed within August. The project, however, finalized the decision that they would pay the fee once the listing confirmation comes out from the exchange. Ricky only repeatedly talked about whether the project could pay the fee to proceed with the listing quickly, without any feedback about KuCoin listing procedures. The project manager conducted a conference call with the manager in charge of KuCoin listing. During the call, the KuCoin manager answered that she had not heard anything regarding the listing fee. The project requested an explanation about the fee, and Ricky explained that there must have been confusion because KuCoin CEO Johnny handled the listening fee. Even on August 13th there was no feedback from Ricky and KuCoin. Ricky repeated to wait patiently. The KuCoin manager said that it would take at least 2 months to be listed on KuCoin, while Ricky said he could make the project token listing in August. Ricky proposed to proceed with listing on OKX at the same time. Ricky soothed the project manager by saying that he would push KuCoin CEO and the KuCoin manager for the fast listing. The project manager said that KuCoin listing would take longer than Ricky promised and asked if the deposit paid for KuCoin could be used for OKX listing or if it can be refunded. Ricky emphasized that he would refund the deposit for KuCoin if he could not confirm the listing result from KuCoin within August. Ricky said that he had already pushed CEO KuCoin for fast listing. The project protested that the listing period is different from the promised listing on KuCoin within August. Ricky made another suggestion: deposit more money for OKX listing and use KuCoin deposit for Gate.io or Bittrex. The project wanted to trust Ricky and KuCoin listing, but Ricky only repeated for more deposits for another listing and the groundless answer that he would try to make the listing process quickly. The project manager replied that he wanted to see the progress for KuCoin listing, then decide whether to proceed with OKX. However, Ricky continued to ask for more deposits for OKX listing. Ricky delivered the information that the CEO of KuCoin had pushed Yuki, who is in charge of listing on KuCoin, and talked about the OKX listing deposit once again. Since then, there was no feedback on KuCoin, and Ricky kept asking for an additional deposit for OKX listing. The project began to discuss with Ricky for the OKX listing instead of KuCoin, after hearing that the listing of KuCoin had been rejected. The project manager and Ricky signed a contract for OK listing, and paid an additional $25,000 to proceed OKX listing instead. The project continued to ask about the progress of the OKX listing after the additional deposit had been made, but Ricky kept saying that he would talk to OKX. Ricky asked for an additional deposit for faster listing. There were no updates until September 3rd and September 5th. When the project manager asked if Ricky would refund the deposit, if he could not help with the project listing within the first 2 months, as Ricky proposed, Ricky replied that he would refund the deposits. The project manager requested to keep his promises. On September 16, Ricky gave feedback about OKX's listing for the first time. Ricky asked if the project plans to list their project token in Korean exchanges. On September 23, when there was no such feedback from OKX, after more than a month, the project asked Ricky for a refund as soon as OKX rejects the listing. Ricky replied that he would refund the project right away, if it happens. Ricky replied that since the project, OKX wants the project to list their token on the exchanges first. After hearing the reply, the project manager asked for a refund because Ricky replied that the OKX listing cannot be made within 2 months that he promised the project on August 24. The project kept asking for a refund, but Ricky avoided answering. The project continued to ask for a refund, but Ricky kept avoiding answering. Since Ricky kept refusing to refund for both times when the project received a rejection from KuCoin listing and OKX listing for the last time, the project decided to cancel the OKX listing and decided to proceed with the listing of Gate.io. The project manager requested to use the deposit used for OKX for Gate.io. The project manager asked Ricky for a refund after 10 days, when Ricky did not give any feedback about Gate.io's listing progress. The project trusted Ricky and proceeded with Gate.io once again, for the last time. Meanwhile, the project asked about the progress, and Ricky repeated the same response: "I will ask them today." Ricky kept repeating that he would check to Gate.io. The project was doubtful whether Ricky was talking to Gate.io, so they asked him to screenshot his conversation with Gate.io. Ricky only captured and sent the conversation with the Gate.io manager in October. When the project protested, he argued that feedback from Gate.io is slow because they are busy. Ricky did not give feedback about Gate.io listing progress until February 8, 2022. The project CEO requested a refund within 3 days, and on February 11, 2022, Ricky refunded $30,000 out of $150,000, and Ricky said he would refund the rest of the money as soon as possible. The project kept asking Ricky when he would give a refund, but Ricky didn't provide the specific date of refund and only answered that he was checking. Ricky said he delivered the update of the project to Gate.io boss and said he would inform the date of the Gate.io listing within next week. The project asked for a refund if there would be no answer to the listing within this week. The project requested a refund when there was no feedback at the promising date. The project manager replied to Ricky that Gate.io wants to communicate with the project directly without going through Ricky. Ricky told the project to contact the Gate.io manager through him by saying he introduced the project to Gate.io. The project argued that Ricky hasn't kept any promises for 6 months. In the meantime, Ricky said he would introduce the project to KuCoin again. However, the project got so tired and asked for a refund, saying they could no longer trust Ricky. The refund did not proceed until March 2nd. Ricky broke his promise a few weeks ago to refund the deposit by next week. He changed his words again that he would refund it within March. Ricky replied that he would give you a refund by next week. However, the project no longer believes Ricky, so they asked him to give half of the amount by this week, and a half by next week. After that, he hasn't responded.